So I want to start by saying a big thank you to every single body that had made it possible for us to start our community, our Melanated Truth community on WhatsApp and also on Zoom. It is starting on WhatsApp because I want to get all the people together so that when we go live on Zoom, I can just send a notification in WhatsApp and everybody would have it. The link is in the description, so please, if you want to be part of our community, which, listen, we're going to do amazing things, but I don't want to discuss it here on YouTube. I want to go straight to Zoom and start discussing the things that we want to see, the things that we want to do, the things that we want to see start happening in our lives, from healing to spirituality to everything. So I want to stay here and say a big thank you to every single person that just joined our community, our Melanated Zoom community. So the title of the page is our Zoom community, MT. Our Zoom community, MT. The MT stands for Melanated Truth. I'm excited to have you there. Listen, we're going to have an amazing time on Zoom, on WhatsApp. We're going to discuss, we're going to break it down. I'm going to show you what family is all about. When we say family, it's really family. We are here for you. We are here for each other. We are here to support each other. We are here to help each other. And we are here to grow each other. Stay blessed, and I hope you enjoyed today's blessing. Aquaba. I'm excited, family. I'm excited, brother, sister. I'm excited, mother, father, everybody here. Listen, I'm excited, all the elders. I'm excited to come your way today. My name is Kojo Bento, and I'm always excited. I said I was going to do this from yesterday. I did it yesterday, and I'm doing it today as well. Since I'm not able to come live now on YouTube, this is what I want to do. Every time I come, I'm going to read the previous video's comment and just quickly go through it. So I want to read the first comment from our brother Max Wee. Max Wee says, best content ever. I can't wait to be able to travel the whole of Africa and learn. Yes, brother, anytime you want to pass through this place, Ghana, I'm going to show you the best time of your life. Amazing times. Listen, we are hungry down here, and we are learning, and we are growing both spiritually and physically and health wise. So you're gonna have a great time in Ghana. Greetings to everybody in South Africa, everybody watching from South Africa. I also got a message from our sister M. Ya. She says, people get mad when you knock down them religious lies. You need more people like, we need more people like you. Yes, sister, and I need more people like you too, because you make my videos get views. You are the reason why I do this video. I mean, if it was about me, I would just keep quiet, but I do this because of you. So you encourage me, you motivate me every time to come on live and do this video. I'm reading a comment from my sister Malakia, our elder, all of our elder Malakia and my sister Malakia. Said, you know, I studied some about Amen, and when I saw last week that Amen was the hidden one, I immediately thought about us being the hidden ones. This is the truth. They don't want the masses to know. It's true, sister. This is indeed the truth. They don't want the masses to know. Another one from Malakia says, yes, the night is when I get revelations and when the Spirit deals with me. Sometimes so much revelation is coming, I have to stand up and compose myself. Oh, I get it. I get it. I know who the moon god is, but I'll let you teach. She says, and I can't wait. You see, so the perfect place to have these conversations is on the Zoom page, Zoom community, where we discuss. It's not all about me. I don't know everything. So everybody knows something. So you bring what you know on board so that we can all learn. Anybody from Kenya, please stay in touch with me. If you are from Kenya, please stay in touch. Send me a text on WhatsApp. I want to discuss something with you. If you are from Kenya, so please stay in touch. Our sister Angelina Presley says, I used to think the King of Glory was Yah, but now I can see it's Amen. I used to think the King of Glory was Yah, but now I can see it's Amen. From our sister Angelina Presley. Thank you, sister. You're always commenting. Listen, everybody here, you guys are always commenting. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. From Jataba, Aye. So I'm trying. It's Aye, right? Jataba is Aye, right, sis? Okay. Listen. Today I want to talk about every Christian worship Amen. Every Christian worship Amen. Whether they want to admit it, they don't want to admit it, that is not the case. So long as you invoke the name Amen, you worship Amen. Let's get into it. We need to always understand that Amen has always been referred to as the Lord of Heaven. So every time you read the scripture and you say the Lord of Heaven's army or the Lord of the heavens, they are literally referring to Amen. Whether they want to admit that that is who they are referring to or not, that is another conversation. I mean, everybody can change any name and put any name there and say, oh, I meant this name. So a lot of people can refer the God of Amen to what do you call it? The God of the heavens to Yahweh and say Yahweh is the God of heavens. I mean, you can change all the names, but when it comes to the reality of it, you would understand that Yahweh is the God of tender. He's a God of tender and fires, a bit of fire, but he's a God of tender. That is why when this is actually funny. That is why Elijah played a fast one on everybody, and when he organized the prophet of Baal, because the prophet of Baal did not worship the God of tender or the God of fire. So when Elijah worshipped the God of tender and the God of fire, so when Elijah invoked his God, that's the first one. If Elijah is invoking his God, of course his God is going to answer over everything. That's how come, because they had confidence that their God could answer, but the prophet of Baal had confidence in them that their God would answer. But the one that answered by fire is the God Yah. So Elijah's God answered by fire. It's right there. That is, my God answered by fire. So that is the God of tender and fire, which is Amen Ra. Okay, so which is Yahweh, the one that answered by tender and by fire. So every time you see the phrase in the scripture, the God of heaven's army, or the God of the heavens, or the mighty one of the heavens, you know it's referring to Amen. Now, tender is part of the heavens, but it's not entirely. Like I said, Amen is the God of gods and the Lord of lords. Okay, he's also the silent God. Amen is also the silent God. He's always behind the scene and not allowed always in your face. Or not seen, not allowed, not saying not allowed, not seen always in your face. So Amen is not the type of God that is all over the place trying to claim popularity contests and all of that. That is why an entire book is not written by Amen, but yet when a book was being written about Yahweh, we have Amen all over the place, because no God can do anything without the authority of Amen. Do you understand what I'm saying? No God can do anything without the authority of Amen. That is why you seal your prayers in Amen. Do you understand? So I'm going to show you in a little while how every Christian worship Amen and don't even know it. Because no God can function on their own without the seal of the King of God. Amen. So Amen is always the one behind the scene. That is why the whole world has always worshipped him in silence. Worshipping somebody in silence means that this person exists, this person is there, you reverence this person, but you don't even know it. And that's exactly what is happening in Christendom. Or not just, and when I say Christians worship Amen, it's not just referring to Christians. I said it yesterday. Muslims worship Amen. The Jewish worship Amen. The Hindu worship Amen. The Buddhists worship. Everybody, every single person on the face of the earth worship Amen. Every single person on the face of the earth give reverence to Amen. You understand what I'm saying? It is when you come to our spirituality that you can only find, in as much as everybody knows the power and the presence of the Yah, Ra, Amen. you can pour libation and invoke a prayer, and then you might not necessarily say amen, but at the end of the day, by saying certain words in the prayer, you have already given reverence to amen anyways. So nobody can exist, no religion can exist without the presence of amen. Every single religion exists because amen seals every single prayer. So he's always referred to as the silent one. I go ahead and say, one of the goals to scriptures by Christian pastors is Malachi. Every Christian pastor loves Malachi. They love to quote Malachi. They love to refer to Malachi. They love to bring Malachi in their statement. Because there's an important phrase in Malachi that I will tell you every Christian pastor loves that. Or every Christian body, Christian organization love this passage in Malachi. I believe by now, most of you even know exactly what I'm talking about. You cannot have a Christian church without them quoting you the verse in Malachi. What verse am I talking about? Let's go to Malachi 3. Let's go to Malachi 3. So I told you lately, I'll take my time to open the scriptures, because whilst I'm opening, I want you to open yours as well, so that we all study together. We are here to study. That's what we are here to do. We are here to study. So let's read Malachi. It says, from 1. You see, when most Christians quote this chapter, we can actually start from Malachi 1. One of the things is that this prophet is acclaimed to be in line with all the prophets. Malachi is considered one of the minor prophets according to the Jews, but he's affirmed and confirmed that indeed Malachi is one of the prophets of the Jews, right? So whichever God Malachi is praying to or preaching to or reverencing, this God is the same God as most of the prophets, or if not all of the prophets. That doesn't make sense. It's like you cannot all be in the same school, but yet, like you cannot all be science students, but yet when we get to the laboratory, somebody is picking up blocks and laying blocks. It has not happened. Once you get into the laboratory, you are performing some surgeries and stuff like that, okay? So once all of them are grouped to be the prophet of Israel, there is no way one of the prophet can be referring to one being, one power, one authority, and the rest don't know about it. They all know about it. They all agreed it. They all accepted it. Do you feel me? I like to say you feel me, because I really want us to connect on this level, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying, though? So Christian pastors like Malachi, and they love to read from here, Malachi 3. So this is the same person talking. So we shouldn't get to any place and say, oh, wait a minute. No. You can't do that. You can't misrepresent what I'm reading from Malachi. Okay. So Malachi 3:6 says, "For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed." This is a big statement. So he says, "For I am." I will take one day and break I am down, okay? I am down. I'll break it down. It says what? I am the Lord. I change not. So the name of the Lord, which Lord they were referring to, is not stated specifically here. The Lord we have is the capital L, capital O, capital R, R-D. Which Lord, who Lord, what Lord are we referring to? So the name is not mentioned here. Let's continue to read and find out if anything at all here will suggest to us which Lord this is. Does it make sense? For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Even from the days of your fathers ye are gone away from my ordinance, and I have not kept and have not kept them. Return to me, and I will return to you. First and foremost, don't forget the ordinance, the laws. Everything is coming from our ancestors, okay? Return unto me, and I will return to you, saith the Lord of hosts. So the Lord of hosts, meaning heaven's host. that is a clue trying to make us understand which Lord specifically Malachi is talking about or writing about. So here we have the Lord of hosts. These are the clues that when you are studying your scripture you need to refer to or you need to look out for. That would give you clarification on which Lord this is referring to, okay? But ye said, wherein shall we return? Ye said, wherein shall we return? Would a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and in offerings. I just gave you the arsenal, the bullets that every Christian pastor loves to quote. Yes, you robbed me in tithes and in offerings. Woof! I bet you they love to quote this place and show their might and vigor and let you know, listen, you cannot rob God. You need to bring your tithe to the storehouse. I heard around that even during this COVID, a lot of people, a lot of these pastors are really complaining. They are bitterly complaining because they're like, we are not getting the offering. Really? First and foremost, you didn't pray that your members will not get the COVID. Your members are getting it. And then you are worried about their tithes and all of that they are not bringing. I have a prayer page, right? And I remember telling the prayer page from the beginning of this thing that nobody on this page that is praying, that's the condition. You cannot also say, I am part of this community, but I won't contribute. Then you are not part of this community. Because when you are part of a community, every single member got to contribute so that the community can grow. So I said, nobody that is praying will suffer from this thing. And that is my word. And nobody will suffer it till this whole thing blows away. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? But this is the job of the leader, of the spiritual leader. You are always supposed to stand in and secure your congregation. So whereby your congregation are getting sick and blown over by this situation, how can you be there and claim the offerings, wanting the tithe? But they love this though, because they said if you don't bring it, you are robbing God. But before you know it, God don't spend money. Whichever God this is referring to, he doesn't spend money. So this was not a verbatim word from God. I don't want to go into that, but anyways, this was a word from the leaders. Because, no, and I get it. The leaders need the tithes and offerings so that they can keep paying the bills and paying the members and the workers and all of that. I get it. That is the way. I mean, as my entire life, this is what I do for a living, right? So, of course, when somebody says that, you know, brother, I want to bless you with this, I'm going to take it. Because that is how I pay my bills. I spend my entire time praying, studying, going deeper so that I can help you. So if you want to bless me and say, I'm giving you this to bless you, I'm going to take it, bless you right back. So there's nothing absolutely wrong with it. But don't make it sound like you are robbing God. No, you are not. You are robbing the person that is supposed to be your leader because that person needs it to survive. Doesn't make sense what I'm saying. Anyway, let me go on. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that they may be meat in my house. And prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts. So again, this is talking about the Lord of hosts. If I will not open you, the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing, that there would not be room enough for you to receive. Let me break this down. How many Christians are still struggling financially? If you tell me you can have a 50 Christians that are paying their tithe constantly and offerings constantly, I can show you 49 of them that are struggling financially. The reason there's nothing wrong with paying the tithe, but because the tithe and offerings are not being used for the reason of its collection, it has become a curse. Because you cannot say you are taking something to do something and change the purpose of doing it and go and do something else with it. Even the scripture says, when you come before the king, don't be too quick to claim a word or say a word or pledge something. Because whatever you decide to say it before the presence, if you don't go away to do it, it becomes a curse on you. So this is why a lot of Christians are suffering financially. Because the money they send there, the people collecting the money, they don't use the money for that reason. Because there are a lot of poor people in the churches. There are a lot of people out of jobs. There are a lot of widows. And they are hungry. No, I'm not saying this because I'm assuming. I'm saying this because I know. So they're excited about claiming the tithes. But how many Christian pastors or believers or Jewish or whatever have you always read beyond this? At least the Jews try. I'm not applauding them. You know, that's not what I'm doing. But they try to read the whole context. But Christians know, they try to pick and choose which one they like. So let me continue and we see something. And I rebuke the devourer for your sake, and shall not destroy the fruit of your grounds, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field. Say, so I will rebuke the devourer. Rebuke. Why is he not rebuking COVID? Why is he not rebuking it? He should rebuke it. Why is he not rebuking it? If paying your tithe rebukes the devourer, then this thing that is devouring the men, why is it not rebuking it? Do you understand what I'm saying? Why is it not rebuking it? Because they don't use it for why they collect the money. They use it for something else. And so long as you take somebody's money and you use it for something else that you didn't intend for it, it becomes a curse. Let me continue. And I rebuke the devourer, and shall not destroy the fruit of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith the Lord of hosts. Again, the Lord of hosts. All nations shall call you blessed, for ye shall be delightsome. So ye shall be a delightsome land, saith the Lord of hosts. So Malachi, is talking about the Lord of hosts. The Lord of hosts. I don't want to go into it because then I'm heading towards tithes. That's not my subject for tonight. Your words have been stout against me, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, what have we spoken so much against thee? Yet I have said, it is vain to serve God. And what profit it is that we have kept his ordinance, and that we have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts. So again, the Lord of hosts. And now we call the proud happy, yea. They that work wickedness are set up, yea. They that tempt God are delivered. Then they that fear the Lord speak often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that fear the Lord, and that thought upon his name. So now you need to fear the Lord. You need to know his name and all of that. So we are still trying to find out what his name is, right? And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts. So the Lord of hosts is not his name. We are yet to find out what his name is, if it is yet. Jewels, I would spare them. I'll make up my jewels, I will spare them. In that day, I will make up my jewels, I will spare them. A man, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked before him that serveth God, and him that serveth him not. Okay, so now we have to distinguish between those who serve this Lord, this God of hosts, this Lord of hosts, and him that serve him not. For behold, the day cometh. So this is the prophet saying, for behold, mind you, this is coming from 3, right? So it's part of 3. You don't just take the tithe and that's it, you live it. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud eat. So the day that is coming shall burn as an oven. Wait, why would the day burn like an oven? What would make the day burn like an oven? Wait, can the sun do that? Can the sun be so hot that the day would burn like oven? Oh yes, the sun can do that. Wait a minute, who is in control of the sun? Amen Ra. Amen is in control of the Ra, the sun. You get it. Burn as oven all the day, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubbled, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts. So this day is going to burn them up. Now, what is going to happen in this day that is going to burn them up? Mind you, this is where the idea of hell is coming from. So we are going to see, how are these people going to burn up? How are they going to burn up? Okay, let's go to, say the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. What can shine so bright and burn them up like it will leave, that will leave them neither with root or branch? Do we have anything that can burn so hard that it will blast out the entire vegetation and make it a desert land? Do we have anything like that in the world today? Let me see. That will be so bright, so light, so hard that everything will burn out. What? The sun. Don't take my word for it. Let's go on. Let's go on. Of hosts, that shall leave them neither root nor branch, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness. Unto you that fears my name. So which name are we referring to? Which name? Senate, the Son. The Son of Righteousness is not S-O-N. It's S-U-N. Son of Righteousness shall now burn them. This is what they go and quote and say, that there's a hell and people will be burning in hell. Read it. It said the Son of Righteousness. Before that, just the verse before, it says it will burn them out, and there will be no root or stem. Nothing will be left, and there will be uproot, right? But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing. So those that don't fear his name, the Son will rise and burn them up. This is powerful. Listen. Are you catching the revelation here? Who does the Son burn? Hey! Who does the Son burn? They that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calf. I want to shout for joy. Listen, that is why I said yesterday, it's only a coward God that sent people out to kill for him. Do you see what Amin-Ra is saying? Do you see what Amin is saying? Amin's son, the Son of Righteousness, is saying, no, don't worry. I'm not going to let anybody kill on my behalf. I am powerful enough. I'm going to release my Son of Righteousness, and he's going to burn some people out. Ooh, some people are going to burn. Listen, this is when you know the God that you have is not a coward. He's not staying behind the scene and pushing people to kill themselves. No. He said, listen, when this sun rises, the Son of Righteousness, the Son of uprightness, when the sun rises up, the sun will burn. But while the sun is burning, those that honors my name, those that fears my name, will not be burnt by the sun. The same sun that is shining will be healing for some that fear my name. But those that don't fear my name, the sun will burn them. Have you ever heard anybody reveal this to you? The son of judgment attained. That is why at the point Amin-Ra was referred to as attained. Do you understand? Akentain. What the Pharaoh they call Akhenaten. The name is Akentain. The Aten means judgment. So the sun is going to judge, and the sun is going to burn out. People are going to die because they can't take the sun's heat. That is why all these fake people living in the places that they are not supposed to live in, the sun is dealing with them and killing them. This is when you know your God is powerful. You don't need to fight for your God. If your God is powerful, let your God fight for himself. I am not going to serve or be in partnership relationship with any God that cannot fight and defend himself. If you, the God, you that is mighty, you that is powerful, cannot defend yourself, you need me to come and defend you. Amen says, I think I should change the title and make it Amen's judgment. Just make it, leave it. Amen's judgment. So those of you that think that, oh, I am saying it's all love and all of that. Yes, I'm saying no human being should kill any human being. No human being should murder any human being. That is wickedness. That is evil. The evil seed is that which causes you to want to kill. Oh, I'm changing the title. No more Christians worship Amen. I'm making it Amen's judgment. Amen's attempt. You cannot walk on the face of this earth and deal wickedly and expect that nothing would happen to you. The gods are waiting. The ancestors are waiting. Listen, you don't understand spirituality. In true spirituality, human beings don't kill human beings. If you are a human being, I don't care what name you're killing. I don't care which God. Listen, I can boldly tell you your God is fake. It is only a fake God and a coward that will tell anybody to go and kill anybody. Read it. Amen says that I will burn them out. The Son of Righteousness will burn. Did you not read it? Read the verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day cometh shall burn them up. The day is coming with all those who deal wickedly. So don't you dare think you would walk on the face of this earth and have wickedness in your heart and go scot-free. I'm sorry, y'all. You are not going to go scot-free. Judgment is coming upon you. It is not a judgment of some invented hell. Not something. Listen, the sun is going to strike you while you are here. You don't know the power of spirituality. You don't need guns. You don't need knives. We're not killing anybody, but the gods will speak. The God. If you think I'm making this up, says righteousness will rise, and whilst the same sun is judging the wicked, and because they don't have what it takes to stand the sun, they don't got it. So while the sun is blazing up, people are saying, oh, the sun is killing me, no, giving them cancers and all, and we are rejoicing in the sun. So see how, listen, Son of Righteousness, while the Son of Righteousness is rising and burning, it is healing to some people, but others, they are not going to be healed though. Others, I'm sorry, they are going to suffer. I'm not making this up. Listen, he says what? And ye shall tread down the wicked. Who? If this was just talking about righteousness, why is the verse 3 saying, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the sole of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts, who is releasing his son. Then the Lord, he says again, remember ye the law of Moses my servant. So Moses was the servant of Amen-Ra. Case closed. I will take a day and do I am that I am, okay? I'll do that. I'll take a day and do I am that I am. I'm sure when I said Moses was a servant of Amen-Ra, everybody go like, wait a minute, what are you saying? Moses was the Lord, was a servant of Yahweh. No, Moses was a servant of Amen-Ra. Did we not just hear the Son of Righteousness shall rise? The Ra of Amen, the Son of Amen shall rise with judgment. And he said, but keep the laws of my servant Moses. So Moses was not forming some Israelites something. Moses was a priest of the temple of Egypt. Moses was a priest of the temple of Egypt. Mosi. That's a Mosi. So we have his descendants called the Mosi people. up in the Burkina Faso, the northern part of Ghana, and so Moses was called Kweku Mosi. His people are in the northern part of Ghana and in the Burkina Faso. Moses was not a servant. Moses was not a servant of anybody. He was a servant of Amen-Ra. Moses taught the people to pray in Amen-Ra. Let's study. It's your responsibility. It's my responsibility to know the truth. That is why they adapted our truth, twisted it and turned it. Listen, I'm not making this up. Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, which I commanded you in Horeb for all Israel. They changed everything. I'm sweating. Forgive me for wiping my sweat. There's fire in this place. Forgive me. There's fire in this place. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let's go to let me show you something. Let's go to Luke. Luke 1. Let me show you something. How they lied about everything. Let's go to Luke 1. Luke 1:64. Okay? Luke 1:64 says what? And in his mouth was open immediately. So the mouth of the prophet was open immediately, right? And his tongue loosed and spake, praise God, which God was not named here. But watch this, you will see this God very soon. The God that this prophet was praising, you will see the God very soon, okay? Praise God. And after fear came upon all that dwelt round about them, and all these sayings were noised abroad throughout all the hill of country of Judea, and all that heard them laid up in their hearts, saying, what manner of child is this? And the Lord, and the hand of the Lord was upon him. So which Lord is this? Okay, I'll show you the Lord very soon. Which Lord? And the hand of the Lord was upon him. Which Lord is this? And 65, and his father Zechariah was filled with the Holy Spirit. Where is this Holy Spirit? Of this Lord. Who is this Lord? You see. And prophesied, saying, blessed be the Lord of God, for he had visited us. For he has, where am I reading? Okay. For he has visited us and redeemed his people. And he raised up a horn of salvation for us. Where am I reading? Where am I? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What am I reading? Yes, I'm on track. Sorry, I'm on track. I just got distracted. And raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of the servant of David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophet. So this same God spoke by the mouth of many prophets. Okay, let me continue. Which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers and to remember his holy covenant. Okay, the oath which he swore to our fathers Abraham, that he would grant us, he will grant unto us, that we being delivered out of the hand of our enemies might serve him without fear. Okay, in holiness and in righteousness before him all the days of our lives. 76. And thou, child, shall be called the prophet of the highest. So who is the prophet of the highest? So these prophets were not a prophet of somebody or some person. These were the prophets of the highest. Remember, Malachi was a prophet speaking on behalf of the Son, Ra, Amen-Ra. So Malachi was speaking on behalf of Amen-Ra, right? This prophet also is the prophet. This son is going to be the prophet of the highest. They lied. Let me show you. For thou shalt go forth before the face of the Lord to prepare his ways, to give knowledge of salvation unto his people by remission of their sins, through the tender mercies of our God, whereby day springing from the high has visited us, to give light to them that sit in darkness, in the shadow of death, to guide our feet in the way. Other versions say, listen, I'm not making this up. When you saw the light, I'm sure your mind did not come to the sun to give light. So your mind never came on the sun, because they lied and keep twisting and turning. They lied all their light, to give light. Okay, let's pretend this is just about light. What gives light? Remember the day coming to give light. Remember in Genesis, the light was the sun. The sun gave a light in the day. The sun was given to govern the day, and the moon was given to govern the night. So whilst the sun was giving light in the day, so this sun that is going to give light is not S-O-N, sun. It's S-U-N, sun. This sun is going to give light to allow those who sit in darkness to come out of darkness into the great light of the Son of Ra. Let me take my time. Let me read other versions, okay? Other versions. Let's read NIV. NIV says, because of the tender mercies of our God, by the rising of the sun will come to us from heaven to shine on those living in darkness. Oh! 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 Tell me I'm making this up. Ha! Tell me I'm making this up. Man, it's hot in here. It's hot in here. It's hot in here. It's hot. Malachi said the Son of Righteousness will rise and burn and punish, right? Malachi said the Son of Righteousness will rise and burn and punish. They like King James lie, and other versions also copy King James. Listen, when you depend your salvation on this, you will die, because they've twisted the truth. So when you read this, you think S-O-N, son, was coming from the heaven to come and bless you and come and redeem you. No, 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 no. That is not the agenda of the Creator. Listen, he says, check your NIV. Luke 1:78. Because of the tender mercies of our God, which God? Amin-Ra. What is it? Our fathers in Egypt were the first people to introduce the concept of a God and his representative and his son, S-U-N, Amen. When they were writing these things, this Son of God that they projected was not an S-O-N son. It was an S-U-N. But they wanted you. All the ancient scribes always had the Son being the Savior. But they wanted you to believe that it's a human being coming. Read your NIV. It says what? Because of the tender mercies of our God, which God? Amen. By which the rising of the sun will come to us from heaven, to shine on those living in darkness and in the shadow of death, to guide our feet into the path of peace. Who is guiding your feet to the path of peace, if not Area? Ra. You have no idea the spirituality of your fathers. We are, all of us played a role. We allowed them to deceive us, and we propagated their lies. We did, all we did. We did. To guide us into the path. So what? And the child grew and became strong in the spirit. You see the lies. He just told us the sun, by which the sun rising would come to us from heaven to shine on those living in darkness. The sun, sorry, I'm sweating today. It's hot in here. I'm telling you, it's hot in here. The sun is showing light to bring those sitting in darkness. It's the sun. It's Amin-Ra. And Amin's son is the Son of God. S-U-N. The message says what? Let me read the message. Present the offer of salvation. Present the offer of salvation. Let me read it. No, I think I need to change the subject again. I'll make it now the Son of Righteousness. I'll make it the Son of Righteousness. Okay? I'll do that. Let's go there. It says what? The message. Present the offer of salvation to his people and the forgiveness of their sins through the heartfelt mercy of our God. God's sunrise would break in upon us. Read it, the message. Luke 1:78. God's sunrise would break in upon us, shining on those in darkness, those sitting in the shadow of death. then showing us the way on foot at a time, down to the path of peace. The reason why we've missed it all these years is because we're looking onto a human being instead of us looking onto the son of Ra, the son of Amin, the Ra of Amin. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. Let's go to Revelations. Listen, I'm only using this New Testament places to show you. They copy, they lie. You see, when people say I'm against, you're against this, you're against, why are you preaching after? Why am I preaching out of the Bible? Has any of your pastors showed you this? This is why I need to preach out of the Bible for you. I'm doing this for you. Not for me, I don't need this. But for you to know. Because you believe this. So I'll have to show you from this for you to see that the one breaking us from sin is the son, the Ra of Amin. Let's go to Revelations. Let's even watch Romans first. Romans. Let's look at Romans 11:36. Okay. Let's say it says, For of him and through him and to him are all things. To him be glory forever. Amen. Read it. Amen is the him that for him and through him and to him are all things. To him be glory forever. Amen. Don't tell me when Christians say amen, it means something else. Amen is the one that all things belongs to him and by him and all glory. It's in your New Testament. If I was only using the scriptures, you say that Now I'm quoting in your New Testament. Let's go to Revelations. Amen. By him, through him, with him, all things to him, all glory be forever. Amen. Romans 11:36. Read it. I'm not making it up. Revelations 19. So listen, I'm only using this for you to show you. They've twisted it. All this while. So when I tell you they are lying to you, I know what I'm saying. I'm not making it up. Romans 19:17-18. Is this one? And I saw an angel standing in the sun. And I saw an angel standing in the sun. Remember, yesterday I quoted and I told you that, amen, the Lord has made the sun a tabernacle, a place of abode. And there was a messenger standing in the sun. So the sun has sent forth a messenger. And he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that flies in the midst of heaven, come. So this angel standing in the sun was standing in the midst of heaven, saying, come and eat. Come and eat. All these powers in the heavens, come and eat. I'm not making this up. Saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of the heaven, come and gather yourself together unto the supper of the great God. Which great God? Amen. That is why he revealed his son to send a message. Great God, amen. And that ye may eat the flesh of kings and the flesh of captains and the flesh of mighty men and the flesh of horses and of them that sit on them and the flesh of all men, both free and bound, both small. Listen, if you serve a powerful God, you don't need to fight for them. They are more powerful for themselves. No. And an angel was standing in the midst of the sun. This is your Revelation. Who is the sun here? The great God. Who is the great God? God the 16 says so. And he had on his venture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords and Lord of Lords. And I saw an angel stand in the midst of the sun unto the great God. Who is this great God? Who is this great God? Let's go to Revelations 5. Revelations 5. We'll come back to Matthew. Revelations 5:36. Revelations 5:36. Sorry, Revelation 5:14. I'm kind of confused. And the four beasts said, Amen. The four living creatures, the four beasts, they all said, Amen. They all worship Amen. Listen, Amen is not what you put at the end of your prayer. Amen is the name of the God of the heavens, the God of gods. And all the four beasts said, Amen. And the 24 elders fell down and worshipped him that liveth forever and ever, and worshipped him. Who is this him? They just told you who this him is. Amen. It is not so be it. It's a name of the God of the heavens. Ra. It's a symbol. Ra, the sun, is his righteousness. And they all stood and said, Amen. The four beasts said, Amen. And 24 elders fell down and worshipped him that liveth forever and ever. Who is that? Amen. They mentioned, the four beasts said, according to Revelation, this is not me. Let's pretend Revelation is true, right? Which I've told you several times. Revelation, he copied every single one of his works somewhere. It's not a revelation. It was already prophesied by our ancient elders, by our fathers. It's not any John that did this. It's an old work, please. Old scribe. Matthew. Today I'm in New Testament. You see, we use it when I have to show you something, because that is the only way I can get to some of you. So I will use it. Somebody is about to have a heart attack. Somebody is about to have a heart attack. Why are you reading the New Testament? You say it is false. Yes, it is. I just proved to you. But in this same thing, I'm showing you, I'm proving, that's why I'm using it. To prove to you that they twisted. Have you ever thought that the four living creatures were calling on Amen? Did you ever know that? So if this is, how can you have this all this while not even see it? Because they are lying to you. Matthew 2:15 says, Matthew 2:15, show you quickly. And there, and was there unto the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, out of Egypt I called my son. So out of Egypt I called my son, not S-U-O-N. Out of Egypt, the son of Egypt is the Ra of Amen, the son of Amen. Out of Egypt I called my son. If these people didn't know all power, all authority was in Egypt, why were they trying so hard to pitch Jesus to Egypt? This Jesus they are claiming as a savior. Why were they trying so hard to pitch him? Why were they trying so hard? Let's go to Revelation 5. Let me show you something. I just remember something I didn't read. Let me show you, then I ran away. My time is up. I've taken enough of your time. Let me show you. What were they saying? When they said Amen, what are they saying? Worship and say Amen. Yeah, let's start at 13. The 30 years, I want to show something. No, let me start with Revelations 15:12. Saying with a loud voice, worship, worthy is the Lamb, sorry. Saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain, receive power, riches, and worship, and strength, and honor. Who is the Lamb here? Have you ever asked why every time Amen was painted, there was a ramp, there was a lamb, there was a lamb? Every time the pharaohs, there was a lamb. Every time you see the lamb, it's not a new doctrine. The lamb was a symbol, was the statue of Amen. So Amen was the lamb. That is why every pharaoh, the pictures of the pharaoh, I showed you this time and time. The pictures of the pharaoh, the lamb was over the pharaohs. And the pharaohs were called the great shepherd because the lamb represented the folk unto the lamb. And every creature which is in heaven and on earth and under earth, every creature which is in heaven, on the earth and under the earth, such as in the sea and all that therein, had I say, blessings, honor, glory, power unto him that sitteth upon the throne, Unto the Lamb forever and ever. Unto the Lamb. That is why every time Amin's image, the lamp represented. The lamp of God. Man, they've lied to us for a long time. They have. That is why when I pray and I teach you to invoke the powers in the heavens, the 5 elements, people look at me like I'm teaching some demonic stuff. But yet you same people read these things from here, but because your eyes are closed, you don't even see that the things I'm teaching you are the same things they copied from Egypt. What is this? What is this? Let me show you. My time is up. Let me let you go. What is this? What is this? Such as in the sea. Is it not the power of the sea? Let them go. Such as in the heaven. Is it not the power of the heaven? Such as on earth. Is it not the power of the earth? Such as underneath the earth. Is it not the power of the fiery realm? Such as in the sea. Is it not the power of the sea? Are these not the 4 elements? Are these not the 4? I've been so aggressive today. Let me close. I'm done. Time is up. I love you guys. We had a queue. We have a lot of we have some subscribers yesterday. Bless you. I love you guys. Everybody that is promoting us, listen, help us grow, okay? Help us wake as many people. I'm not doing this alone. I'm doing this with you. Whether you're in Kenya, South Africa, Congo, Germany, Brazzaville, Canada, United States, Argentina, Brazil, Taiwan, China, wherever you are. Let's wake our people up. The lies are too much. It's time we reveal the truth. That's my job. So long as I have breath, I am going to teach the truth. It is the last thing I have to do. Stay blessed. I love you. Have a great evening. I've taken enough of your time. Don't forget, our Zoom meeting is coming up this Sunday. Our Zoom meeting is coming up this Sunday. The link to the community, the WhatsApp community, I'll put it in the page. The link to the WhatsApp community, I'll put the link to the WhatsApp community in the page. Please click on it and join the WhatsApp community so that when we come on, before we come on Zoom, I can post a notification on there for all of us to have a conversation and all of that. And then if you want to be part of the admin, if you want to help promote, grow, if you want to be an admin to the page, I already have some few people that are going to be the admin, but if you are willing to help us to grow, to work with us, please let me know. Send me a text. I'll add you to the admin so that we grow this together. We are working together as a family. I love you. Go to the description. All the details are there. I'll see you tomorrow with a lot of health stuff. Goodies. A lot of health goodies. Stay blessed.